So it is honestly really hard to estimate or guess when this Pokemon market will finally cool off. And in this video, I just want to show you guys the evidence of that at least for the near future, it doesn't look like the market is going to be cooling down. And that's what I wanted to show you guys here in this video. Now, I feel like the only, factor that could, cause the whole market to go down anytime soon is if we have an economical crisis around the world. People lose their jobs, people don't have any money to spend on Pokemon. That would definitely lead to Pokemon, the market crashing. And I mean, just if that's happening around the world, I mean, it's going to happen to Pokemon most likely, right? If people can't afford food, whatever it is, I think Pokemon isn't going to be people's main priority. So that is like the only thing I can really see causing this market to slow down anytime soon. Because other than that, guys, you will see there's a lot of evidence showing that this market is probably not going to slow down. So first, let's just talk about the most recent set that's been released, Black Bolt and White Flare. So this set, you got to remember, was released during the summer. That is a big thing. It's not the peak of the Pokemon hype. I would honestly say the peak of the Pokemon hype was Prismatic Evolutions. Comment down below if you guys agree with that. I do truly believe the peak of craziness was Prismatic Evolutions, the release day. So this was released during the summer. And even with that being the case, and this is a black and white set, it has still performed extremely well in the short term. Now, I actually thought this was going to perform like Journey Together in some ways because you think about the factors. A black and white set, it's released during the summer where sales are usually slower. I would have expected this thing to drop a bit more, but it didn't. I thought this would maybe go down to the low 80s, but these have remained very strong at around $90. So I was a bit off on that prediction. I'll admit to that. But that just shows the strength of this market. Because I think it was said that a lot of people were saying, oh yeah, Black Bolt, White Flare, releasing during the summer, black and white, it's not going to probably go crazy. But I mean, you look at the price since being released, it's pretty much been the exact same. And a big reason why this has been the case is because look at the cards, guys. $3,000 or $2,900 in total set value. We have some very expensive cards in this set. Obviously, this Seismitoad has been going crazy recently. But yeah, the sets are very expensive, and that has caused these ETBs to pretty much stay where they're at because there's just a lot of value in the set. And honestly, just I've said this before about the set, even though it's based about black and white, I do think the artworks are really great, and I think that's a big reason why also the set has been performing the way it has been, is because the artworks are great. Even though some people may not resonate with this era, just the artworks are amazing, and that's why I do like Black Bolt and White Flare. But yeah, a big reason has been just the value of the cards have stayed very strong, and the set value is still very high, and that's the reason why these sealed prices really haven't gone down much at all. White Flare has always been a bit cheaper than Black Bolt for some reason. You can see ETBs are a little bit under 90, but still not really much has changed since being released. Pretty much the same thing as Black Bolt. And you can see here, White Flare, $3,000 in total set value, basically the exact same as Black Bolt. So these two sets are both around $3,000 in total set value. So they have held extremely well, roughly a month after being released. So yeah, these sets, even during the summer, have performed extremely well. Considering the factors of it being a black and white set and also it being in the summer, it's not crashed at all. And I thought at this point we would start to see some major drops in pricing, but we have not seen that. So that is one already big sign that this market still during the summer has been extremely strong, even with a new release that is based around black and white. Now we move forward to Mega Evolution. Now, Mega Evolution prices have been dropping. I've made a few videos talking about this, and it was not crazy in my opinion that it dropped because this is a base set, guys. You have to remember that this is a base set, but it's right now at $235. But think about it. Even though it's not like $270 or it was a week ago or so, even though right now still it's $235. still what, $60, $70 over MSRP, and this is a base set. That's still crazy if you think about it. We still are quite a ways from this set being released, like a little bit over a month away. So these prices are subject to change, but it is worth noting that since prices have dropped to 235, sales have increased quite a bit. You can see a big contrast in sales when prices dropped from 270 now to 235. Look at that increase in sales, which I never really thought this was probably going to go under $200, which is why I told you guys I may not even pick up this set, because I really only want to buy this for 200 or under. But I think it may come out possibly 210, 220. But we'll see how easy pull rates and all this stuff are when the set actually gets released. But just the signs right here show the market. I mean, it literally dropped $35 in a huge sales increase. It just another sign of the times and the strength in the market. Now I want to move on from Black Bull White Flare and Mega Evolution. I want to talk about some other things coming after these, and Mega Evolution is still a little bit over a month away, so we are jumping ahead here. But to look at where this market could possibly go and the strength, there's some more stuff coming up after this, which even furthers, in my opinion, that this whole market, I don't see in the near term anything going downhill. So here is the set after Mega Evolution. Phantasmal Flames. This is going to be released November 14th. Guys, I don't know what Pokemon is doing, but Mega Evolution, let's just pull this back up. It's being released on the 26th of September. If you do some simple counting, okay, September, October, November, it's not even 2 months, 2 full months apart from each other. From the first set, Mega Evolution, to the second set, Phantasmal Flames. What is Pokemon doing? Why are they releasing sets not even 2 months apart from each other? To me, that is crazy. We already have supply issues. Why is Pokemon doing this? I don't know. I truly feel like, and I think a lot of people in the space do, Pokemon needs to separate these set releases further apart. If I could maybe make a magical number, maybe every 4 months a set comes out, I think that would probably be pretty good, 3 sets a year. But they release these sets so quickly, it just, in my opinion, makes absolutely no sense. But maybe they're just trying to keep the dice rolling and everything. I don't know, but under 2 months from one set to another is ridiculous in my opinion. But this set, moving on to what I was actually trying to get to here before talking about the time frames, this set is going to be released and featured with Gengar and Charizard. What do we know about Charizard and Gengar? They are very, very popular Pokemon. Gengar, I mean, we saw Fusion Strike with that Gengar. Charizard from Brilliant Stars didn't perform as well, but from Brilliant Stars, but generally Charizard just is well liked, and we kind of can see that with Obsidian Flames. This set, if Mega Evolution is a success, and this is the set coming after that set, just a few months after, not even, guys, there's too much hype here. And you also got to realize, guys, this is just before the holidays, entering the holidays. Phantasmal Flames, about a month and a half before, Christmas. It's too much. It's a lot of hype, a lot of these sets, and like I said, this is, sort of, I guess, expecting that they are good. Like, that's what I'm sort of, just saying here, that we're assuming Mega Evolution is a hit. If this set comes out and it's also a hit, all these, I don't see the market slowing down. And especially, like I said, it's towards the holiday season. Summer ends. Usually, card games and stuff, everyone kind of says, things sort of go up after the summer and towards the holidays. And these are the sets coming out. It's like, what is there in this market, other, like I said, than an economical crisis that's going to really slow down this market? I don't know. And even before Phantasmal Flames comes out, we have Legends ZA. So September, Mega Evolution comes out. So September, and then October, Legends ZA comes out. if you guys don't know, I mean, I'm not much of a gamer as much as I used to be with, I played Pokemon X and Y on the, 3DS. I don't have the Switch, so I'm not going to be playing this game. But the Switch, guys, this game is coming out on the Switch and Switch 2. You guys know the Switch 2 had record breaking sales, it's super popular, and this game is coming out on there. Obviously, this game features Mega Evolution Pokemon. If this is a hit, this game, and is based around Mega Evolutions and this whole card era, right, in Mega Evolution is based around Mega Evolution, you know it's like it's so many things in this Pokemon market that makes it seem almost impossible, at least for this end of the year, that things are going to slow down anytime soon. Because if anything, things point more towards the market picking back up even more. Because during the summer, things have been moving up, but definitely sales volume has sort of slowed down a bit, right? I think we can all see that. But prices still have been very stable or have gone up a little bit for some older stuff. And, we're even seeing some signs of, just some other markets in Pokemon moving up. Sword and Shield. We're already seeing, Fusion Strike go back up. Lost Origin. And, you take that into account with the most recent releases we've been getting. Black Bolt, White Flare performing extremely well. I don't see how anything here is going to really slow down. But hey, if we have some economical crisis, everything I have said in this video just goes out the window. But other than that, I mean, it looks like the market's going to continue to be very strong. And like I said, it's very hard to guess when things will end. I know people are going to keep saying, oh, people can't afford these prices and all these things. This has been said since Surging Sparks, guys. It's been almost a year. People have been saying this throughout the whole market. And every time people have said this, things have not slowed down. There's going to have to be an internal thing Pokemon does to really slow this down, or an external factor, which just the economy. But the economy right now, at least you look at stock market, crypto, whatever, it's all doing very good. So yeah, I mean, that's where we are right now currently. And we will see maybe next year something that Pokemon does where maybe we'll see a downturn. But at least for the end of the year, I can pretty confidently say, assuming that the world doesn't go to the end and that there's like an economical crisis, I think I'm very confident saying that this market is going to continue to be as strong or maybe possibly stronger towards the end of the year if Legends ZA is a hit, if Mega Evolution is a hit. Things are going to probably continue to be very strong and, like I said, possibly even more. So that's all I want to talk about in this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.